Hello? Hello, is everything working? Never let software update, man. Never. Don't ever do it. I hate OBS. I hate it so much. I signed into OBS. I hit start stream, and it goes, oh no man, we don't have your stream key. I had to sign in and out of YouTube like 3 times for it to finally go, oh, oops, teehee, found your stream key. Sorry man, my bad. Oh wait, are people having like login issues? We have moved past the need for software updates, that's what I'm saying. That is what I am saying. But anyway, we're in. Really, I actually blame Twitch for this, because yesterday we did, we streamed RV there yet on Twitch, which the VOD for that is fucking amazing. It's the same as Double Perfect KO on Twitch as well. We're probably gonna, like, upload that to, my brother's channel. We skipped like 60% of the game on accident. It was very funny. Excellent time. But anyways, doing so required me to sign out of YouTube in OBS and into Twitch on OBS, which then means that I need to sign back into YouTube, which then leads to having issues signing back into YouTube. Yay. But also, in regards to what we saw last time and the title of the stream, I have to give a shout out to Eri Mugisoko in the YouTube comments, who pointed out that in the I can't remember what the name of the dungeon is. It's the level 80 Matoya dungeon. I don't know what it is in English. In Japanese, oh man. In Japanese, it's Matoya's Atelier. There is a knock-in that you fight. And in the Japanese, this is its intro line. It does the fucking Tururu, Awawa, Asonde, Asonde, Ishoni Asonde. And every single fucking attack line that it has is Tururu, Awawa. Konnichiwa. Every single one is this Tururu, Awawa. Every one. They do it, it's just so many. It's so many. Right? Like, all of the little attack names have this little... this little charm at the end of them. Or at the beginning. In the English, this is one that I want to point out just because it's like, this is a symptom of the, you know, the greater problems at hand. They replaced the turururu awawa with just hee. Now, to be completely fair, if you see, like, turururu awawa is basically just a complete nonsense sound. It's just kind of a cutesy nonsense sound, but The problem is that when every single one of the little charms in the Japanese has this nonsense phrase, you think it might end up being a thing. Eventually. And their solution for it, for all of these lines, is just the same rhyming scheme that they always use. Water, water, become spears. Things of flesh and bones to pierce. That's like a half rhyme, but it's the same, like, rhyming scheme that they always use. It's not a rhyme. You shouldn't translate this to a rhyme. It should just be cutesy. It should just be cutesy nonsense. Like... And also, at least to me, the little charm there does have a bit of a water theme to it. It kind of evokes a little bit of water. And so, unironically, after talking it over with my brother a little bit, I think that you probably should translate. Like, even if I had seen it there, I probably would have wanted to translate Tururu Awawa to, like, Splishy Splash. Which would be fucking awful. It would just be... Oh, it would hurt so much to say and see. But that's what it's supposed to be, man. It's great. So, like, when you see the ones in Japanese, and then you get the later, revelation that this is things that Yashtola made up when she was a little kid, that's great. Believe that's the intended effect? Yeah. That's just another one of those ones where it's like, man, this is supposed to be... if... In the Japanese, it's supposed to be a callback, right? It's supposed to be a fun callback to a thing that you saw back there. But then in English, there's just no through line, which is very unfortunate. Okay, if Nadana is able to complete the, artificial Atmos, well, yeah, the 13th world will finally be within our reach.
ここまで成り行きで付き合わせてしまったけれど、あなたはこの先どうするつもり?
Okay, it's like you've been with us for a while on this, but what are you gonna do? What are you planning on doing from here on out? Planning on doing from here on out? Well, yeah, to be honest, I'm not really interested in other worlds or anything like that.
少し寄るところがある。話はその後だ。
Huh. Okay. Like, yeah, there's somewhere I need to... there's somewhere I need to stop Bombay. I think you just say, like, there's a place I need to go. We can talk after that. Or, like, I'll decide after that. Oh, where is he going?
あなたの周りには秘密主義者ばかり集まるわね。かくいう、私も人のことを言えた義理ではないけれど。
It seems like, yeah, what everybody around you really likes keeping secrets. Not that I'm one to talk, really.
さて、人造アトモスの完成を待つ間、私たちも第13世界へ渡る準備を進めておきましょ
う。Okay, so while we wait for the artificial Atmos to be completed, let's get ready to travel to the 13th.
先ほどの実験で、霊鱗の効果自体に問題がないことは分かった。しかし、劣化の兆候が見られたことを考えると、耐久性を補強しておきたいわ。
Okay. Alright, in the experiment, there was the soul ward skills proved effective enough. However, given that they showed signs of deterioration, I would like to, adjust them to be more durable.
森魂の霊鱗を開発したのは、異列教の錬金術師たちだけれど、ボイドの環境に対応した補強となると、彼らよりも適した依頼相手がいるはず。
Yeah, so the thing is that the reason I've been saying soul ward skills this entire time is because of this. This is the name of them. I don't even remember the proper reading for it, but it is like, soul... It's like soul protection. Like, they've got, like, they're doubling up on soul in here a bit. And so I would just go with, like, soul ward scale. Yeah, the MTL spits out, like, spirit scales of soul protection, which is fucking awful. Okay, the soul ward skills were developed by the, alchemists of the Triumph. Dimuta's Triumph, but... And when it comes to, like, reinforcements or adjustment, tailor-made for a void, like, for the environment of the void, there should be someone more suitable we could request. We could requisition. Yeah, Garland Ironworks. Wait a minute. You could just say, like, oh yeah, we should go, like, raid some, like, Allegan stuff. No, that's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea, actually. It's hard to articulate just how funny the konna toki no tame no aragu is. It's like this is just the time to use some Allegan tech. At times like these, you really can't beat the Allegans, man. No, let's ask the Garland Ironworks.
同感よ。こういう時頼りになるのはガーロンドアイアンワーク。
Okay, I agree. Times like these we can really trust the Garland
闇
Ironworks.
の世界を垣間見た経験がある。
Okay, and as for, in particular, Sid has, has experience seeing the, world of darkness with you and
ボイドのナ
Grahatia.
ンタル化を知る彼が率いる会社な
This is
ら
all recap,
的
we
確
can
な補
skim.
強を霊鱗に施してくれるはずよ。
So, basically just saying Sid knows what the void is like, he'll be able to...
そうと決まれば、
Reinforce
ラー
the
ルガ
scales.
ーズリーチの使者を訪ねて、ガーロンド社の
Okay, let's go to Ralger's Reach. That's all just recap in case you, forgot about the void stuff with Sid. Man, I really like that they've started just teleporting you to quest locations. It's very nice.
そこの彼で良さそ
It
う
only
ね。
took them 5 expansions, but,
これは、オレオさん。
Oh
我
my.
が社に何かご用。
シ
do
ドに
you,
頼みたいことがあるの。会っ
do you
て
have
話す
anything
こ
you
とは
need
でき
from
る
us? Okay. There's something we need to, ask Sid. Can we meet him
会長
to
ですね
talk?。
連絡
Oh,
して
yeah,
み
the
ますの
boss.
で、少しお待ちください。
Okay, I'll try and get in touch with him. Please wait. Moment. Hey, it's Sid. It feels like it's been forever since Sid has actually been in the story.
待たせたな。俺に頼み事があると聞いたが
Thanks for waiting. Heard you had something you wanted to ask me to do. Well, that is really like you got a favor to ask
迷子
of
の
me.
ドラゴン探しか。宇宙旅行に比べればつつましやかな旅で何よりだな。
That is very fun. I like this line quite a lot. Oh, this time you're looking for a lost dragon in the void. I mean, compared to, you know, space travel. It's like compared to like traveling through space. You know, I'm glad that you're like holding back this time.
それで森魂の霊鱗の改良を俺に任せたいと。どれ、劣化の兆候があったものを見せてくれ。
Alright, and you want me to, you know, improve these soul word skills? Alright, show me the, you know, the one that was showing signs of, breakdown.
ふむ、微細な傷の周囲に影響が出始めているようだな。傷から侵食を受けたネロと同じとなれば、傷つかないようにするのが確実だ。
I'm sorry. Are we talking about, like, micro fractures? Okay, it's like... Yeah, it looks like the, what, like, the area around the microfractures are beginning to show, like, you know, signs of deterioration, or, like, the effect is beginning to spread. Yeah, it's the same as when, like, Nero's began to suffer that, like, corrosion from his wounds. Okay, so in that case, we need to, you know, make it so it doesn't, like, crack in the first place.
あなたから見て耐久性を上げる余地はあって。
Okay. In your opinion, is there any way to... Is there any, like, room for its durability to be improved?
うちでもアクセサリーを補強するための効果薬を出してるが、そういった代物を塗布した場合、錬金薬とどう反応するか。鎧を着せた方が確実だろうな。
Okay. Yeah, we produce hardening agents to reinforce accessories, but you know, we don't really know how like these like an alchemical product like this would respond if that were to be applied. You know, armoring it or like where I'm assuming he's referring to armoring it, not just yourself. Yeah, armoring it is a safer bet.
専用の保護ケースを作るのさ。霊鱗の機能を阻害しないように、エーテル伝導率が高く、それでいて耐久性の高い特殊な合金でな。
Okay. Yeah, we'll make I guess you would maybe say proprietary here, but it's like exclusive. Actually, you'd say like one of a kind, right? Or dedicated? No, it's probably dedicated. It's like we'll make a dedicated protective case for it. Made out of a special alloy with incredibly high etheric conductivity. To avoid interfering with the soul ward scale's function, while still remaining, you know, highly durable.
鎧とは言い得て妙ね。
Calling it armor is it's a bit weird to... Oh wait, no, Ietemio is like perfectly fitting, rather. I always forget, that's one of those phrases that I always forget. These sort of lines are always the ones that I struggle with the most. honestly. Honestly, you might just say, like, so we're armoring it. Huh.
念のため、ネロにも協力させよう。第13世界の詳細なデータは、奴が持っているんでな。
Okay, just to be sure, or just in case, I'll get Nero's help on this as well. He has very detailed data on the 13th world.
ただし、あの不良社員を安全に働かせるとなると一苦労なんだ。納品までは多少の時間をもらえるとありがたい。
I could have an entire expansion that is just Nero and Sid's wacky adventures. I don't know. Fudiol, here you could go with, like, you know, you could say delinquent, but you would probably say, like, third rate, actually. Like, getting a third-rate employee like him to, you know, do his work safely is a bit of a challenge. We're gonna need some, like, good bit of time before it's ready for delivery.
問題ないわ。むしろ急な依頼になってしまってごめんなさいね。
And no problem. I've apologized for springing this on you.
何？ジェシーに怒られるまでは大丈夫だ。それじゃあ早速取り掛かっておく。
Excellent. I'm trying to think of the way to word this. It's like... Made wa daijoubu. It's like... It's like what? As long as we don't, like... As long as we don't piss off Jesse, we'll be... Everything will be fine. Alright, I'll get started on it right away.
レイウロコのことはシドたちに任せておきましょう。となると残る問題は人造アトモスの製作ね。ニッターナの様子を見にデミールのイリツ教へ戻りましょう。
Okay. So, yes, it's taking care of the soulward scales. All we need to do is finish the artificial Atmos. Let's go, check in on Nidana at the Timiuru Triumph. I'm constantly going back and forth whether or not I would want to call the place Dimiur's Triumph or the Dimir Triumph. But I am fairly certain that in English they just never have the whole Dimiuru thing in front of the name of this place. They just call it the Great Work. Okay. Oh, like the spirit scale's going... Thing with the spirit scale's going well. Yeah, it'll take some time, but we're, right on track. That was good to hear. Okay. With Vritra's permission, I was able to get some really great information from the, Governor General's records, private records.
あの宝物殿が作られた年代の取引記録からいくつか特徴的な錬金素材の購入履歴を見つけたの。きっとそれが人造アトモス製作の鍵になるはずよ。
Okay. Okay, like I found some, fucking hell, these are complicated lines. Okay, it's like I found from the, like, transaction records dating back to around the time of the treasure vault's construction. You know, I saw, like, some incredibly specific, alchemical material purchases. You know, that should be the key to creating the artificial atmos. Can we, like, just, again, take a second to look at the middle line of this? Fucking hell, this game is complicated.
ちょうどアルキミア製薬堂を通じて手配したのだけれど、そうしたらあそこの錬金術師たちも興味を持ったみたいで手伝ってくれることになったのよ。
Okay. Wait, 1 second. I feel like I'm just kind of being dumb here and misreading something for no reason. The caffeine hasn't activated yet? Yeah, kind of. Oh, okay, that's, I understand what she means now. I don't know why I was blanking on that. It's like, okay, she made, you know, basically she's saying like she's going to get those materials from these guys, the Arukimia, like alchemical, whatever. Like, you know, pharmaceutical, all. Is it pharmaceuticals? I mean, I guess. Yeah, their alchemists seem to, like, be really interested in it, so they've decided to help out.
人為的にボイドゲートを開くなんて聞いたら普通なら尻込みしてもおかしくないところだけれど、さすがは名高いラザハンの錬金術師たちね。
Okay, yeah, normally you would expect people to, you know, like, you know, if somebody would have heard that you're, like, planning on opening and, like, artificially opening a void gate, they would, you know, like, be hesitant or recoil at the thought, but, you know, the alchemists of Razahan really are a different breed.
かつての錬金術師たちも彼らと同じ目をしていた。未知の存在に恐怖を覚えるのではなく、その全てを解き明かそうと目を輝かせていた。
Okay. You know, the alchemists of the past had the... I mean, he says, like, they had the same look in their eyes, right? You might say... In English, you would probably just say, like, the alchemists of the past were just the same. You know, instead of fearing the unknown... It's like their eyes were, like, filled with wonder at, you know, the thought of you know, unraveling the mysteries of the world.
あなたにも危険を顧みずに叶えたい願いがあったのではなくて。
Oh, it's doing this thing again. 1 second. 1 second. that bothers me. That bothers me immensely. Well, I think I can fix it relatively quickly this time. Oh, look. You know, you two had like a, something you wanted, no matter what, no matter what it might cost. No matter the risks it might entail.
卵から帰るのが遅かった。フソ・ミドガルズ・オルムが休眠期に入った後は、アジダヤが寄り添ってくれていたそうだ。
Huh. I'm trying to think of the way that I want to word this. It's like I was, slow to hatch from my egg. Like, yeah, after my, like, what? He says, like, soul, which is, like, ancestor, but it's weird. It's weird. And it's like after Midgard Zolmer, entered his, like, dormancy. Azujaya, like, stayed by my side. It's like, waiting for him to hatch, right? Progenitor, you might say? Maybe. I guess. But, like, once again, the way that he is referring to these things, the way that he's talking is incredibly human. Like, and so you would probably say, like, so, after, like, yeah, my progenitor, Midgard Zolmer, entered his dormancy, Azujaya was the one who stayed by my side. Like, until I hatched.
私はアジダヤのそばを離れようとはしなかった。親の背を追い続けるひな鳥のように。
Yeah, like, man, I don't want to even look at the English for this. This is, like, there's no way. Yeah, and so, like, even after I hatched, yeah, I never left Ajidaya's side. Like a baby bird following their mother.
I 以前にも言ったが、アジダヤは私にとって姉であり、親とも呼べる存在なのだ。一日たりとも忘れたことはない。
And like, as I said it before, to me, Azujaya is, like a sister and a mother to me. I haven't forgotten about her, for a single day. It's like, I think in English would probably say, like, there isn't a day that goes by that I haven't thought about her.
どこにいたとしても、必ず見つけ出してみせる。そしてもう一度、共に空をかけたい。そう願わない日はなかった。
Yeah, no matter where she is, I'll find her. Actually, yeah, like, it's soul negawanai. You would say, like, no matter where you are, I'll find you. And all I want is to once more fly alongside you. you know, fly. Well, you could say, like, you know, fly through the skies together. There hasn't been a single day that I haven't, you know, wished for that.
だが今の私には
I guess this is like, but now I'm, you know, it's dot dot dot.
俺たち聖戦士団のことを忘れてもらっちゃ困る。
ナブディーン、なぜ
Wait, what? I guess you would probably say, like, don't tell me you've forgotten, you know, the Celestials.
事情はエスティニアン殿から聞
And
きま
what
し
are
た。
you doing here? And we heard what was going on from Estinian. Heard about what's
ブリ
going
トン
on.
様、あなたは大昔からずっとラザハンを守るためだけに生きてきた。俺たちを恐れさせまいと正体を隠してまで。
Yeah, Lord Vritra, you know, ever since, you know, ancient times, you have lived your life solely to protect Razahan. You know, even hiding your true identity, like, so as to not, but, like, cause us fear.
だからこそどんな姿であろうとあなたこそが敬愛すべきラザハンの大主であると断言できたんだ。
KI. KI is a pain in the ass. What is the word for this in English? I'm trying to think. It's like no matter what form you may take, you know, I can confidently declare, or you might say, you know, I can say with certainty. You might say beloved. You might say beloved, but that's a little bit like... You might say esteemed. It's like you are, I think you'd say like esteemed, maybe. You are esteemed
そんな俺
Governor
たちが
General.
あなたの幸せを願わないと本気で思っているんですか。
Taishu is also just kind of a pain in the ass because it's a very specific term that in English sounds weird. Because it is Governor General. It's like provincial Governor General. We don't have a term for that in English other than Governor General, and in English they like what, use some completely made up, or like what, they use like the what term do they even use? It's not entirely made up, but I don't think it's actually accurate. Satrap? What's the language of origin for that again? Like I'm in a damn spelling bee. I'm fairly certain that's not accurate, though. Wait, yeah, that's like Persian. Why? Why are we using the Persian term for Viceroy? And also, that's like, no, wait, no, the Persian satrap one has a far more negative bent to it. You probably should not use that one. Honestly, if you were going to use a single one-word thing, you would say Viceroy, but... really, in terms of the actual meaning that they're using it in the story, it is Governor General. Like, it really is just Governor General, because he's not really a... you know, he operates as a leader of the army in times of war, and yet otherwise kind of just is a, you know, basic governor that doesn't really do much. Yeah, did you honestly believe that we wouldn't want to see you happy?
俺たちなら大丈夫です。あの週末すら生き抜いてみせたんだ。少しの間くらい聖戦士団だけでもこの国を守ってみせます。
Yeah, it's one of those situations where the equivalent, like, single word options in English that aren't Governor General have a very specific connotation to them that leads to unfortunate implications. And don't worry about us, we'll be fine. You know, we survived even the apocalypse. And so, yeah, we, the Celestials, can defend this nation. Ah,
うるせえ。
うるせえ。Amazing.
今はその姿なんだからいいよな。
Okay, okay. Man, I really want to look at the English translation for this scene. I really want to. I want to, you know, I don't want to devolve into doing that. I want to make progress. But there's no way in hell they're translating any of this. Because the problem is that they've translated, they've made it so that Vritra talks in this, like, haughty, draconic sort of way. Whereas here, he's being, like, you know, very reserved and meek and emotional, very human. And so what he said, you know, before there, it's like, he said, yeah, Nalvadine, I appreciate it, but... And then Nalvadine just says, just shut up already. He seriously says, hey, uruse. Just shut up. Already. Do you honestly think that these guys would say that to, like, the grand mighty dragon who speaks as though all are beneath him? No. And then this line is also very... This is tough. This is tough. This line is tough. So... It depends on what he says after this, but basically he's saying, like, since, you know, you look like this right now, you know, I can say this. Or it's like, you might even say, like, I'm glad I'm talking to you like this.
前に言ったよな、バルシャン。
Yeah.
お前は俺たちの弟分、家族だって。
Yeah, okay. So that's like... So for the last line, I would say, like, I'm glad I'm talking to you, like, as you are, here and now. I told you before, Valshan. You know, you're like a little brother to us. Your family.
なら、お前の姉ちゃんは俺たちにとっても家族みたいなもんだ。
Yeah, so... Yeah, you know, your sister would be like, you know, would be family to us too. You might just say like, so your, you know, your sister would be part of our family just the same.
俺たちのことを何千年も思い続けた姉ちゃんのことを諦めるだなんてそんなこと言うんじゃねえよ。
Okay, yeah, you can say like, you know, please trust us or please, you know, let us do this. This entire scene is missing in the wiki. It's probably somewhere, right? But it's like... It's like, I think you would probably go with like, don't you dare say. You know, after like 1,000 years of... You know, it's like after thousands of years, you know, of like missing her, of you might say like, you know, of missing her, that you're just going to give up on your sister. You know, you would say like, don't you dare say. But specifically, the most important line there is the fact that he was willing to just tell him to shut the hell up.
お姉さんがいる世界に通じる門は私たちが必ず開いてみせます。だから探しに行ってあげてください。
Yeah, we'll open the gate, you know, to that world where your sister is. So please, go find her. You might go with, like, go out there and find her.
ブリトラ様、孤児院のことありがとう。妹と離れ離れにならないって分かってすごく嬉しかったよ。
Okay, you're laying it on a little bit thick here. You're laying it on a little bit thick here. This is the first time in this scene where I would say, like, okay, a little on the nose. Yeah, oh, yeah, Lord Vishra, thank you so much, you know, for everything you did, you know, with the orphanage. You know, I'm so happy to know I'm not going to, like, you know, be separated from my sister.
だからわかるんだ。お姉さんと別れたことがとても辛いことだって。
Yeah, so I know, you know, how much it, you know, must have hurt to you know, like, like, I guess you would say not see your sister, be separated. That is a little bit on the nose. Okay. I'm gonna hit him with, like, you know, are you really okay just doing nothing? It's like, okay, you're saying I should go.
進むのなら守り抜け。いつか君に送ったこの言葉は
Oh, okay. No, never mind, never mind. You would have to say, like, move forward. Go on. I can't remember what translation I gave for this. It's like if you're going to go on. protect them. Okay, that's obnoxious. This is an obnoxious sentence to translate. It's like those words that I gave to you were like, you know, the words of someone who had given up, I guess.
進み
Or like stood still, had chosen to stand
アジ
still.
タヤもラザハンも
So you're telling me to, you know, move forward, you know, and protect them, you know, and save them, Ajudaya and Razahan both.
すまないみんな少しの間バルシャンはこの国を留守にする
Yeah, I'm sorry, everyone. Yeah, Palshan will be, you know, away from this nation for a while.
メーガドゥータ級に本体が残り続けるゆえ完全に不在となることはない大使としての職務も最低限はこなせよう
It's like, wait, he's not going through with his... okay. I thought we were gonna, like, open the gate wide enough so that he could... his whole, like, real dragon self could make it through, but okay. It's like, yeah, since, like, you know, my main body, you know, my true self will remain in Megaduda Palace. You know, I won't be completely absent. You know, I should still be able to perform... you know, the bare minimum of my duties as Governor General.
だがバルシャンを動かしている間は私の目が行き届かないことも多くなるはずだ
What? Okay, yeah, however, while I am, like, controlling Valshan, there will be times where I won't be able to, like, keep a close eye on things.
だから
Or, like, there will be many things that will be out of my reach.
君たちの力を頼らせてくれ
So until I can bring Ajdaya back, not counting on all of you to help.
気をつけて行ってこいよ前にも言ったがお前の身に何かあったらたくさんの奴が悲しむからな
Take care. You know, like I told you before, if you know anything were to happen to you, it would make a lot of people really sad.
今一度肝に銘じておこう
I think in English you would just say, "I'll be sure to." You know, don't worry. You know, I'll be sure to. I really want to. I want to check this. I want to check this. Can I have one? Can I have one? I'm taking one. I'm taking one. Relapse. Relapse. The addict relapses. Oh no. Okay. So, my sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched, and so it was Ajdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. All of, like, the actual warmth and humility of the line is gone. In the Japanese, he says, like, you know, I was slow to hatch. Like, he was describing himself as basically being, like, the runt of the litter. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. Okay, no, they just completely got rid of that. That line is just completely gone. They just completely changed it. Yeah, they just completely got rid of that line. The real line was because, you know, because of that, like, even after I hatched, I never left Ashida's side. You know, like a baby bird following their mother. They completely got rid of, like, the baby bird line. He's describing himself as, like, a duckling, just following their, you know, the first person they see when they hatch. Again, he's lowering himself. You know, he's saying, like, I was the runt of the litter. I just followed her around wherever she went. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. What the fuck is this character? You got rid of the izen ni mo itaga? Like, I said it before. Ashida is like a sister and a mother to me. Like, there hasn't been a single day that's gone by that I haven't thought about her. Compare that to, she was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. Why is he talking like this? No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. What is this, how deep the darkness? He just said, どこに行ったとしても必ず見つけ出してしまう。出してみせる。God, I can read. I promise I can read. Yeah, like, this really should be, no matter where you are, I'll find you. And all I want, you know, is to once again fly through the skies together. There hasn't been a, you know, every single day. You know, that's all I've wanted. Hold up. And then I really want to see the lines from the, Nabdeen. Oh my god! Oh, this is even worse. Wait a second, this is even worse. The things from this guy are even worse. The radiant host here to serve, your excellency. No, what he said was... Yeah, he said, like, oh, don't tell me you forgot about the Celestials. He said, 忘れてもらっちゃった困る. From the jump, he's not referring to him in, like, super honorific terms. He said, 忘れてもらっちゃ困る. Like, don't tell me you forgot about us. Instead, they say the radiant host is here to serve, your excellency. Yeah, we heard about what was going on. Sir Istidian told us of your predicament? No, he said we heard from Istidian about what was going on. For centuries you have protected Razahan, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Wait, what? You completely got rid of the... These people don't understand fucking human emotions, man. They do not understand human emotions. That isn't even remotely close to what was said. Yeah, what he actually said was, yeah, Lord Risha, you have, you know, ever since ancient times you have lived solely to protect Razahan. You know, even going so far as to hide your true identity so as to not cause us fear. They got rid of the line there about, like, you went so far as to, like, you know, hide who you were so you wouldn't scare us. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit? What do you mean deceit? There is no deceit. What do you mean deceit? We accept you as our rightful ruler? Rightful. Rightful is what you went with for KI. For KI. KI is the kanji there for, like, you know, respect and love. The kanji for love is in there. Honestly, now I would say beloved. The actual line was, that's why, no matter what form you may take, you know, no matter what you may look like, I can say with confidence you are the beloved Governor General, ruler of Razahan. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? Instead of, そんな俺たちがあなたの幸せを願わないと本気で思ってるんですか? What he actually said was, do you honestly think that we wouldn't want you to be happy? Like, he's really pressing him. He's treating him like family, which is the lead up to him explicitly saying that he's family. We survived the final days. We are strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavana safe in your absence. No? He said, 俺たちなら大丈夫です. We'll be fine. You will be alright. We survived the apocalypse. You know, for just a little while, the Celestials can, you know, take care of the nation. You can keep the nation safe. And then they go, now you listen to me, Volshan, instead of... Yeah, I don't know where this Volshan line is. Kimi no kimochi o arigatai desu ga. Oh my god. Okay, so the Volshan line is, I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement, and yet, whereas in Japanese he said, Nafuin, I'm grateful, but, or like, I appreciate it, but, hey, urusei. He just straight up says, hey, urusei. Just shut up. Him being willing to say, shut up, is very important. Like, there's a world of difference between now you listen to me and just shut up. The lines here are all, like, split up and shit. So it's weird. Okay, I'll just bring these up and then that's the end of it. And then we're not gonna look at the English anymore today. We're not gonna look at the English anymore today. You are wearing that face after all. You are wearing that face after all. There's no way that's the real line. There's no way that's the real line. No shot. Look, I said that line was somewhat difficult, but it's not that hard, man. Honestly, you would go with, like, I'm glad I'm talking to you like this. Or you might say, like, I'm glad I'm talking to you, Valshan. I think you would probably go with, I'm glad I'm talking to you like this. Amazing. It's over. That is fucking excellent. It's over. We're so back. It's like, okay, I've told you before, you are a little brother to us all. If you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us, but do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia. He said, like, he actually said, don't you dare. Right? Like, the whole point here is that... The whole point of this fucking character is that he talks to these people as though they're, like, equals. That's the whole point! And so they're willing to, you know, address him in the same way. This entire thing falls apart if you have Vritra talk like an ancient dragon for this whole time. Honestly, the Uruse line is probably the most important one. And of course they fucked it up.
それにしてもエスティニアンは良い仕事をしたわね。
That is all we're going to be doing for the English.
一役買うだ
No
なんて
more English. Bistinian did some, you know... I had to see that one, man. Bistinian did a, you know, great job. It's like, what, he was like, really... You know, he really, like, gave Richo the push that he needed.
ラザファン中に響く大主様のバカでかいため息に、これ以上、安眠を妨げられたくはないからな。事情を知らん、旅人が、天変地異の類かと怯えていたぞ。
Okay, this is very fun as well. Yeah, I don't want my, you know, I don't want to get woken up by, you know, the great Governor General's, you know, stupidly loud sighs echoing all throughout Razahan. And they were like, yeah, travelers who didn't know what was going on. Who were like, you know, scared. It's like, you know, they're like scared out of their minds, thinking some sort of like earthquake was going on. You got a big ancient
そ
dragon
れで
just
あなたの答え
acting
を
like
聞
a
いてい
kid.
なかったのだけれど
I'm assuming she's talking to a city here. Like, yeah, we never heard what you were gonna do.
ニーズヘッグの影を宿したとき、俺は、奴の思いを我が物とした。そこにあったのは、人に対する、燃えるように、熱い恨みと、
Okay, it's like, while I housed the, like, shadow of Nidhogg. Like, what, I made his, like, thoughts my own, his heart my own. You know, like, in there was, like, a, you know, burning, intense hatred towards humanity,
ナタ
and...
トスクを失った、凍りつくように、冷たい悲しみだ。
Hmm. Oh, yeah, you would go with, like, bone-chilling, you know, overwhelming sadness of losing Ratatosk.
もう誰も、あんな思いを抱く必要はない。そのためならば、俺はいつだって、この槍を振るおう。
And no one ever needs to feel that way again. And so I will, like, yeah, wield this spear wherever it is needed. I mean, yeah, okay, so your options are like... Your options are like, oh yeah, you know, this is a bit of a, you know, strange group. You know, we don't, like, it's never really been the four of us. Like, you know, traveling with only 4 people seems like a bit... I mean, that's... 4 is plenty. 4 is plenty. Why would you say, like, you know, oh, only 4 people? It seems a little, you know, it's a little lonely. Should we invite any of the other, you know, former members of the Dawn?
今はまだ 世界の危機という題目でもない限り、暁は解散したままにしておいた方が良い。
Okay, unless
今回は
the
この
like
4
world
人で
is
行
at
動することに
risk,
しま
we
しょう。
should, leave the Dawn disbanded as it is.
という
let's go
こ
with
とで、
just the four of
今
us.
後の計画について話しておきたいわ。
Okay, let's
光の
talk about what
反
we're
乱
going to
が
do.
最終段階
Okay,
で
this is all
押し
just
止め
set
ら
up
れた
for
第一世界
like
と
this is
違って
end of the
第
patch
13
setup.
世界は完全に闇の反乱によって沈んでしまった場所。安全を確保しながら少しずつ探索する必要があるはずよ。
Okay, unlike the first world where the flood of light was stopped in its tracks at the like last minute, the 13th world has been completely consumed by the flood of darkness. We should explore it gradually, little by little, while staying safe.
そうなると、ボイド
Maybe
ゲートの
ensuring
近
our
くに
safety.
拠点となる場所があると助かるのだけれど、
Okay, we should have a camp set up somewhere close to the Void Gate.
では、メーガドゥータグの一室を客室として開放しよう。皆、ラザハ
Okay, gonna have one of the rooms in Megaduna Palace, guest room. Okay. I mean, it did take longer because we actually looked at the English for the first time in a while. That one, like, I really like what they've done with Ridger's character in the Japanese, and it's so incredibly predictable, but insanely disappointing what they did to him in the English. Like, of course, they're not actually going to have him talk in the manner in which he talks in the Japanese, because they've got fantasy brain rot.
彼らが投留する部屋を用意できないだろうか
And the idea of a dragon, speaking like a normal ass dude, for the most part, is like, ooh, that's fucking heresy. Okay,
現
prepare
在、
a room for
来
them to
客
stay
用
in.
に開
Okay.
放していた部屋は、宝物殿より運び込まれた宝の置き場となっていますが、わかった。
Okay.
部屋が空き次第。
None of
彼らの個室を
these
用意
lines
してくれ
matter. You're just talking about like, oh, we had a room that we were like storing the treasures in, but we've set up the funds, so now we can set it up as guest room. Okay, sure.
今すぐ、とはいかないが、君たちが休める場所は、用意できそうだ。
It's like, okay, it might take a little while, but we'll, prepare a place for you all
何から何ま
to
で
stay.
悪いわね。
Okay, it's like, yeah, thanks for this is really thank you for everything you've done. In Japanese, they would say, nani kara nani made wari wa ne. That's like, sorry for making you go so far. But really, in English, you would say just, thank you for all you've done for us.
姉さんの捜索に手を貸してもらう以上、できる限りのことはさせてもらう。
Yeah, okay, like, yeah, since you're, like, helping me with, search for my sister, I'll, do anything for you I possibly could.
水を差すようで悪いけれど、第13世界について私たちはほとんど分かっていない。困難はもちろんのこと、時間がかかることも覚悟しましょう。
I'm trying to think of a way to word this without saying, like, killjoy or downer. But that is basically what this means. Mizo sasu means to, like, throw cold water on. But in English, it's like, sorry to be a downer, or hate to be a killjoy, but we really don't know much about the 13th world. We need to be ready for this to be, like, a difficult and long process.
それでも構わない。姉さんを探す機会が得られただけで、私は前に進むことができる。
That's fine by me. Just having the chance to, search for my sister is enough to, like, let me move forward. Bearer of bad news? I mean, it is just kind of that sort of line. There's a bunch of different ways you could do it that wouldn't sound as out of place, but, like, Killjoy and Downer are the two ones that come to mind for me immediately. You could say, like, yeah, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, or... it's not really bearer of bad news, though. That's like, that is a different concept of, like... You might say, like, sorry to ruin the mood, or spoil the mood, whatever. Okay, I'll get back to helping Nadana, make your preparations to travel to the 13th world. I'm gonna practice with the Celestials. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's like... Fucking this idiot. He says, like, that way I won't feel so bad about, like, staying here for free.
It's
like, yeah, for me, this is a, you know, journey to find my sister, but it's like, yeah, you don't have to carry that burden. Fuck. 気軽に考えてくれ. This is a line directly at the player. This is a line directed directly at the player, not at the character here. Honestly, in that case, it's like, I would even go with, like, so you don't need to take it that seriously. You could just think of it as the start of a new adventure. The game itself is telling you, you know, just have fun with it. Pick materia at complete random. Oh shit. Meanwhile, in the 13th world... I mean, you see it all the time in fantasy media where people are so hesitant or, like, completely incapable, rather, of breaking away from tropes and convention. They just inject it into everything. I mean, the exact same thing happened to, you know, the Dark Souls, Elden Ring translations, etc., etc. It's just people going like, this is what Western fantasy is, therefore, we're gonna translate it this way. I don't care what the actual script says. We serious here? Or are we serious here? Is he actually... Am I really... Honestly, this is like, am I really... You might say, like, am I really alive? Oh, wait a second. I'm back. Oh, this might not be who I think it is then. I'm not quite sure what that... 失ったこの世界. I mean, that is, like, in this world that lost its hero. Fuck. What do you actually translate this to? There's multiple different ways that this could be. This is like, it is like in pursuit of, like, the wing. I mean, I'm assuming that they're going to explain it in a bit. So. I just got notice from Garland
森
Ironworks.
魂の霊鱗をボイドでも耐えうるように
Okay,
彼
they've
らもこの
finished
旅の計画
reinforcing
に
the
は
scales.
興味があるようで直接届けに来て
Okay,
くれる
they
そうだ
they've got some interest in the plan.
錬
They're
金
gonna
術
deliver it in
師たちからも
person.
ゲートを拡張するために使う人造アトモスの製作に成功したと報告を受けている。これでボイドへと旅立つ
Okay,
準備
the
が全て整ったわけだ。
alchemists have made the artificial Atmos. We can depart for the void.
デミールのイレツ教にいるや。
Okay. All of that was just recap lines. All of that was just recap. That seems very small. It seems like a very small artificial Atmos.
待っていたわ、オレオ。
Okay.
早速だけれど、見てちょうだい。これが錬
Okay, take a look. This is artificial Atmos.
実践こそできていないけれど
Whoosh.
エーテルを見た範囲では
Okay, we haven't
本
been
物
able
のアト
to...
モスと限りなく近しい状態に仕上げられているわ。
Wait, we haven't been able to like, test it. Specifically? What, like, would you say test it specifically, I guess? Or, like, test it in person? Okay, based on what I've seen of its ether, it's as, like, close as possible to the real Atmos.
この短時間で素晴らしい成果だ。ラザハンに生きる者として誇りに思う。
Okay, it's incredibly impressive to have done so in such a short time. Like, what? Yeah, like, as a citizen of Razahan, I'm incredibly proud.
ぜひ直接礼をしたかったのだが、ニッターナの姿が見えないようだな。
Okay, I really wanted to thank her in person, but Milana's nowhere to be seen.
ええ、彼女には別の用事があるそうよ。人造アトモ
Okay, she has, like, other business to attend to.
それより
She
も
went back to her
待ち遠
workshop
し
as
いの
soon
は
as she
ガー
handed
ロン
over
ド
the
社の使者ね。改良を
Atmos.
終えた霊鱗さえあればすぐにでもボイドゲートの拡
These lines are like, yeah, we're just waiting for
仕事を
Garland
切り上げて
Ironworks.
まで来た甲斐があるってもんだ。
Okay. It's great. Yeah, it was worth, yeah, what? It was, like, worth, you know, leaving work early, come all the way out here. Yo, the boys.
あら、噂をすれば。またこうして顔を見られて嬉しいわ。
It's so annoying that this phrase in English is specifically speak of the devil. Because that is the equivalent here, you know, speak of the devil. You would need to have something else. 'Cause you can't really use the word devil, but whatever. I'm
で
glad to
も
see you
ま
again.
さか会長が直々に納品に来てくれるだなんて、それほど今回の計画に興味があるということかしら。
Yeah, I never expected the, you know, president himself. Is it chairman or president? I can't remember what I went with for this Kaichol. Yeah, you can't. You can't. They would go with like, oh, speak of the fiend or whatever. Well, I mean, English has like, you know, when in Rome, things like that for expressions. So many of them have very, very specific connotations, so you can't just use them willy-nilly in fantasy. Now, you could be a fucking absolute giga chad like J.R.R. Tolkien and explicitly say, that your fantasy, like, in your fantasy world, the characters are not speaking English, and as such, the, like, novel dialogue that is given to them is explicitly a translation from their own in-universe dialogue into English such that the reader could comprehend it. Therefore, like, phrases and idioms are left as they are, so as to be easily comprehended, and are not necessarily representative of the society of the novel itself. Tolkien used that to, like, say, fuck off. I don't, like, care if I use an idiom that has explicit, like, real-world implications. So Tolkien would have just set up something like that and then just said, "Speak of the devil," while establishing to the reader that in-universe the characters are not saying devil. Yeah. Now, in things like this, the problem is that that's fine and good if you're the one doing the writing for your own story, but you really don't want to inject shit into someone else's story when you're the one translating. Tolkien can do that because he was writing the damn books. Yeah, I didn't think the, president would come deliver the product himself. You're really that interested in the project? In the plan, rather.
ああ、シルクスの塔でボイドゲートを開くときもかなり苦労したからな。お前たちの試みがどうなるかこの目で見届けたい。
Yeah, we had we really had a hard time getting the void gate open at the Sirix Tower. I want to see how your attempt turns out.
差し支えなければ俺たち全員で立ち会ってもいいか？こんなに早く作業が済んだのはこいつらが尽力してくれたおかげなんだ。
Okay. So alright with you? Would you be okay if everybody, was able to attend? And the reason we were able to get it done so quickly is thanks to all of them, after all.
俺様が身をもって収集した貴重なデータを森魂の霊鱗の改良のために提供してやったんだ。
Yeah, I personally provided all of the incredible, the invaluable data that I collected through my own efforts. It's like that I personally collected in order to, improve these soul ward scales. Fucking Nero. Like I used my precious data.
5年や10年で劣化することはない。生涯あっちに居座る気なら話は別だがな。
And like even if you bring them into that, awful, dismal void, even if you're in there for 5-10 years, it won't break down at all. No, that doesn't mean that you could that doesn't mean you could stay there for the rest of your life or anything like that, though.
実際に手を動かして改良作業を担当した俺たちからも品質は保証させてもらうぜ。
Viggs is throwing a little bit of shade, it feels like. It's like, yeah, we can, guarantee the quality since, we're the ones who actually, got our hands dirty. Doing the improvements.
というわけで、こちらがご依頼の品っす。
Alright then. Here's, here's your order. Delivery.
皆に感謝を。これでういなく姉さんを探しに行ける。
Okay. Thank you, all of you. And now I can, go and look for my sister without any fears, without any worries, maybe.
そうしてくれ。俺たちはオメガの一件でミドガルズオルムの世話になった。その子の捜索とあらばどうにか成果が上がってほしい。
Yeah, by all means. We really owe Midgard Zolmer a lot for what he did for us with Omega. If you're looking for, like, one of his children, then wish you the best of luck.
ありがとう。その思いも共に連れて行こう。
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Honestly, in English, you would either say, like, I appreciate the kind words, or... the literal is, like, I will take that heart, that sentiment alongside me. That's just not a thing that anybody would ever possibly say in English. You might just say, like, I'll take that to heart.
よし。ボイドゲートの拡張とお前たちの旅立ち、ガーロンド・アイアンワークスが見
Okay,
届けさせて
Garland
もらう
Ironworks is here to, bear witness to the opening of the Void Gate and your own departure. Yeah, wait just a minute. Wait up.
ニッダーナ、何かあったのか？
Oh, Nidana, something wrong.
実はブリトラ様にどうしても受け取ってほしいものがあるんです。
Yeah, actually, there's, something I really wanted you to have, Ritra.
出発直前になっちゃって申し訳ないんですが、一緒に来てもらえませんか？
Yeah, sorry to, like, spring this on you, right before you were about to leave, but would you mind coming with me?
ふむ、君のことだ。あえて今言い出したのにも理由があるのだろう。
It's like, yeah, knowing you, there must be a reason why you wouldn't have mentioned this until now.
すまないが、今しばらくここで待っていてもらえるだろうか？
Okay. Yeah, sorry, would you mind waiting just a little bit longer? Yeah, sure, why not? When Nero immediately just wanders off. I genuinely thought he was just, like, not going to be in the next scene.
えらく時間がかかってるじゃないか。どんだけ手厚い贈り物だ？
Like, yeah, taking an awfully long time. Like, what sort of... teatsui. I mean, you could say, like, just what sort of, like, lavish gift is this, even?
行き先が行き先なんだ。なんであれ、万全を期しておいた方がいい。
Well, it's like, okay, yeah, considering where like they're headed, it's best to be, fully prepared.
ボイドの危険性を誰より知っているのはお前だと思ったが？
I mean, I thought you knew better than anyone just how dangerous the void could be. I don't remember what they did for it in the English, but they did refer to... You do have a line where you can describe Nero as being, like, corrupted by the void and all crispy. The void fried him golden fucking brown. And sorry to keep you waiting. Just thanks for waiting, everybody.
お前、もしやブリトラか?
Wait, what? Wait, is that really you, Vritra? What, is there a difference? What's the... Oh, wow!
あ、そうだ。少年の体に埋め込んでいた竜の目をこちらの身に移したのだ。
Look. I don't like this. Why? Okay, this guy, he looks like a human version of one of those cats that looks like Adam Driver. You know what I mean? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. That is a sentence that exists. Look, when I show you this, you're going to understand. The resemblance is uncanny. You see what I mean? He looks like Benedict Cumberbatch, kind of. You see what I mean? Tell me I am wrong. It's the same image. Wait, what? Wait, I'm not understanding this. What do you mean? What do you mean by this? I mean... Okay, I mean, he's just like, he is just saying like, oh, I transferred like the dragon's eye, you know, like that was embedded into like that younger body into this one.
何か慌ただしく準備しているようだとは思っていたが、まさか私のためだったとは。
Oh, this is, I don't like this. This feels weird. I like had a feeling you were, you know, busily preparing something, but you know, I never expected that it would be for me.
私たちの大使様が直々に出陣するんですから、半端な装いじゃ送り出せませんよ。
Okay, yeah, our governor is like, it's like what, like leading the troops to battle, or like heading out to battle. It's like, yeah, well, we couldn't just have you. It's like we couldn't have just had you going out with that old thing. She is referring to, like, that entire body as, like, an outdated, like, out-of-style outfit.
錬金術師たちが腕によりをかけて戦いに適した最高の人形に仕上げたんです。いつもの体より武器も魔法も扱いやすいはず。
Okay, the alchemists put, you know, all of, like, you know, put all of their heads together, make the perfect puppet or doll for battle, combat. It'd be easier to use weapons and magic with this body than the normal one.
まあ、本当はもっと早く見せたかったんだけど、ギリギリまで調整してたせいで遅くなっちゃって。
And we, you know, really, yeah, we really wanted to like let you see it sooner, but you know, we were making adjustments till the very last minute, so it ended up being late. Sorry. Sorry about that.
謝る必要はない。私の方こそ皆に気を使わせてしまっていたようだ。この体、ありがたく使わせてもらおう。
There's no need for you to apologize. I'm sorry to have, like, worried all of you. I'm very grateful for this body. They needed to let him be able to go into the dungeons with you.
戦いの危険があるとなれば、どうしても意識をこの体に向けることが多くなるだろう。
I can't get used to this voice, man. This is weirding me out. Okay. And once again, I'll leave Razahan to you, to all of you. You know, if we, like, if there's a, like, battle, if, like, there's the risk of a fight breaking out, I'll need to focus all of my attention on this body.
ボイドゲートを開けるからには、こちら側への用意の侵入も。
That was really more like I'll need to focus more heavily on this one. And yeah, since we're opening a void gate, we need to, you know, be vigilant and, you know, watch for any aberrants coming across to this side.
それについても準備は怠ってないぜ。
We're ready for that. No need to worry.
歴戦の竜騎士殿が聖戦士団に稽古をつけてくれてたからな。用意たちは一匹たりとも通しやしね
え。It's like the you know the veteran Dragon Knight who's been training the Celestials. We won't let a single one of those things through.
そういうわけで安心しろ、バルシャン。
So, no need to worry, Balshan.
おっと、今はもう違う姿だから、なんて呼べばいいんだ？
Oh, well, you know, like it's like with how you are now, you know, what should we be calling you?
バルシャンのままで構わない。私は君たちの弟分なのだろう。
Yeah, this feels weird. Yeah, you can just Valshan's fine. I mean, it's like what? I'm still your little brother, right?
そうか。なら、行ってこい、バルシャン。
All right. Yeah, then go, Valshan. I feel like a haircut would have done him a lot of good.
あなたにも渡しておきたいものがあるの。
Okay, do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to give you too. Oh.
実はあなたが不在の間にウリエンジャが来ていたのよ。
Okay, yeah, while you're away, Riencha came by.
前回の宝物殿の探検。彼にとってはレポリットのための調査という名目だったでしょ。
Wake versus Hazu is complicated. It's complicated, man. There is a difference, but I don't know how to immediately articulate it. Yeah, when we explored like the treasure hall, it was, you know, he was doing it to like, yeah, conduct research for the Reporit, right?
彼から報告を聞いたレポリットたちは大喜びで、自分たちの宝物殿の改良案を検討し始めたそうよ。
Okay, apparently the, you know, Reporit were incredibly happy with his report and like immediately started like discussing, you know, ways to improve their own treasure hall. It's different than that.
というわけでもないのでしょうけれど、リビングウェイからある品を預かったそうなの。
It's not like exactly what like payment for that, but they, Living Way's got something, like, something for you, I guess. Whoa. Or it's like Living Way gave him something,
So.
you know.
正解でハイデリンから託されたクリスタル。メーティオンの奇跡が記録されていたものよ。
Oh, yeah, it's the crystal, trusted to us by Heidelin, the Sea of Stars. The one with Meteon's coordinates.
ウルティマトゥー
Well,
レ
that's not
の
really
位置は
coordinates,
解
it
明
is
し終え
like
ているし、
trajectory.
役目を終えたものとしてウリエンジェに委ねたのでしょうね。
It's like, okay, yeah, the Ultima Thure's location is now, like, well known. Like, yeah, since it's, fulfilled its purpose, they gave it to Urienza for safekeeping.
預かった彼は考えた。このクリスタルには強い光の力が宿っているはず。ならば闇の世界への旅路で役に立つかもしれない。とね。
And when he received it, he thought, the crystals most likely possesses, very strong light within it, light energy within it, might prove useful on a, journey into the world of darkness.
さあ、受け取って。ハイデリンの思いが詰まったクリスタルだもの。あなたが持っているべきだわ。
And now take it. It's like, yeah, it is a crystal, filled with Heitelin's will. You should be the one to have it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I mean, I'll use it as a battery if need be. Here, it's a little miniature version of me. I want you to have it. I don't really want this.
これで準備は整ったようだな。アキャーリから船に乗り、風砲の前と向かおう。
And everyone's ready. Let's. Okay, we're just getting on a ship from Akari, going to the treasure hall. It's like, the chamber of, like, the sealed treasures, whatever. Okay, are we gonna teleport me there, or are you gonna make me walk? Whoa. You're gonna teleport me there, okay.
からの間へ行かれるのですね。
Hello, yes. We have the welcoming party. The dungeon has not been unlocked. Now the dungeon will be unlocked, I'm assuming. This is like the 6th time we've all been in this treasure vault.
では、封印を解くぞ。
Alright. I'm undoing the seal.
アルザダール3世の名において命じる。異界の扉よ。
Yeah, in the name of Arizar III. At the gate to the other world, I command you to open. Ooh.
さあ、ボイドゲートを取り込みなさい。
Ooh, fun. Yeah, okay, now go. Now, like, absorb the void gate. On.
拡張に成功したようね。あの様子なら私たちも問題なく通過できるはずよ。
It looks like, yeah, the enlargement expansion was success. And now we should be able to, like, pass through without any issue. Cross over, you would probably say, actually. Yeah.
この先はどういう場所に繋がっているんだ？
Where exactly is this, thing connected?
かつて私がボイドに渡った際には、妖異たちが救う城のような場所に出た。
Okay, when I, like, crossed over into the void, I found myself in a place, you know, yeah, in a place like a castle where, like, that was, like, what, overrun with aberrants?
あの時は多勢に無勢となってすぐに撤退してきたが、君たちがいれば腰を据えて探索できるはずだ。
Okay, yeah, back then I was outnumbered and had to, like, retreat immediately, but with you all here, we should be able to... Well, like, explore more thoroughly, I guess.
襲い来る用意があれば一掃し、安全を確保することを最初の目的としよう。
Our first objective is to... Yeah, our primary objective is to eliminate any aberrants we encounter, you know, while ensuring the... You know, ensuring everyone's safety.
ボイドでの探索、および戦闘の指揮は、経験豊富な冒険者である君に委ねたい。
Okay. As an experienced adventurer, I'd, you know, like to leave, like, it's like I'd like to have you lead the, like, exploration and what command of any battles that may occur to you
私は
within the void.
君の戦い方に合わせて、それを補うように立ち回ろう。
Okay. Yeah, okay, he's just saying, like, I'll fill in the role queue. I'll adapt my, you know, role in combat to yours, you know, to complement it.
癒し手が足りなければ私が担えるわ。ここしばらくは攻め落とす役目ばかりだったけれど。
Okay, these are all literally just game text. If there aren't enough healers, I can take that role. I've been mostly focused on, like, you know, like, what, offense, but I haven't forgotten how to heal.
よし、今こそ進む時だ。我が姉、アジダヤの行方を探さんがため、異界の扉をくぐり、第13世界へ。
See, now he's being actually a little bit ostentatious. And, like, now's the time, you know, to move forward, to press onward, to search for my sister, Aziraya. Like, I shall pass through this, like, gate to another world. You know, adventure. It's like, I shall pass through this gate. You know, adventure into the 13th world. Yosh. Whoa. Ooh. Ah, damn. I didn't yoink that fast enough. What was the name of this place? I could not read that in time. Huh? Oh, shit. Kozo. the fell court of Troya. Troya Koto. Fell is not right. Fell is not right. It's like, I don't know, you would go with like the Forgotten Castle, maybe? Troya, the Court of Troya. Or the, like, Troya Court. It is like the Forgotten Castle or something like that. It's like, Kojo, who the hell uses this word? By the way, nobody. I had to look this up, obviously. Nobody, I've never seen this before in my damn life. But it's like, the Kojo is like an isolated castle, or like, you know, surrounded by all enemies. Like, lonely and helpless. Yes. It's supposed to evoke a sense of isolation. Stream dying? No, yeah. That's just YouTube. It'll stabilize on its own after a bit. Here, I'll make the party finder. 0420 as usual. There we go. Patch set this up once as a joke, and now I just have to do it every time. It should stabilize on its own, though, in a bit. But yeah, it's just YouTube, unfortunately. I mean, we should be able to get 4. Yeah, that is a good idea. I should just, like, you know, hop off to the bathroom for a second while both, we get the last person for the party finder and also... YouTube stops, freaking out. Be right back. Hey, what's up? Wait, we really don't have a 4th? That's surprising. Also, YouTube is still not fixed. That's surprising. Oh no. This is, I think, the longest period of instability that YouTube has, given us. It is definitely not my internet. Let me just hop back in. Yeah, sorry about the instability, it's just... There really isn't actually anything I can do about it. It's very unfortunate, it's very annoying that YouTube just randomly decides to, like, kill my stream quality. For, like, you know, minutes at end. Oh look, it's stabilized. Wow. Wonderful. Yo, Matt, can you hop in here to give us the force so we don't have to get a, like, random in queue? Or not? It would be preferable. I often wish this, yes. I mean, we could just queue up if Cody was willing to go tank. But, oh, okay. Yeah, Matt's hopping in. That is preferable. It is just more fun to run with a team of homies. Rather than having randos on team. I hate MMOs, man. Interacting with other people in an MMO? God, no. Why would I ever want to do that? Equip the frog suits? Nah, I did that for the Alliance raid. I'm not going to do that for this one. The Alliance raid, I knew for a fact that I would be able to take off the frog head before any important cutscenes. I'm not going to chance having a frog hat on for, like, an important story moment. Oh yeah! I mean, I guess I can just check out these character
帰っ
dialogue.
てきたらレポートの一つでも出してもらおうか。
Okay, Nero wants some intel as a result.
まだまだ人の手で生み出せる可能性を。
Yeah, it really gets the,
第一
you know,
世界へ渡
Mechanist
った時と
spirit
違って今回はきち
Okay.
お前たちが旅立つのを見届けたらこっちも仕事に戻る。大勢でここにネロたちを助けにボイドに渡った時だってお前は無事に帰ってこられたんだ。今回もそうなるって。
Alright, yeah, so they're gonna clear out of here once we go through, because they don't want to get in the way of the
ボイド
Celestials.
ゲートが開いている間は出てきた用意を見よ。
Okay, while the void gate's open, they're gonna make sure that nothing comes through. Alright. I still logging in, I guess. I am glad, though, that YouTube decided to actually, like, stabilize. It is very annoying. It's very annoying when that has occurred in the middle of content, where there's, like, no possible way of slowing down and waiting for, you know, stuff to stop breaking. I've tried, like, every possible combination of, intake server and things like that, like VPN, no VPN. It seems like they always find some sort of way to ensure that it doesn't work. Yeah, it's not nearly as bad as it was, during, like, Stormblood. During Stormblood, the stream would just be entirely unsavable. Like, the instability would just last for, like, you know, hours at end. I'd do a bunch of total nonsense to get it to not do that. And now it's just like, you know, every stream, there's just, like, a couple of minutes of frame drops. All right. Now then. Let us go. Ah! Why is this the theme of the expansion? Why is flashbangs the theme of the expansion? Please. I'm begging you to stop. Whoa. Yeah, I really don't like Fell Court. It's supposed to evoke a feeling of, like, desolation, isolation, loneliness, you know? Ah, shit. That was not the right button. I've completely forgotten, like, my targeting. Ooh. I mean, it's just like fell is one of those fantasy words, right? Like, it's just another one of those things where they've got a very limited vocabulary of acceptable fantasy words, you know? What does fell mean in this context? I guess just bad. It doesn't really mean anything. I probably don't even need to be using this many, like, heals. Met is on a warrior. They're basically invulnerable. Just to begin with. No, it wouldn't be decadent. Like, the word here is, well, I mean, I'm not quite sure what you meant by that, by, like, correct word.
エーテルさえ食えればそれでいい。バラバラにしてしまえ。
Huh.
ネズミ駆除する。お掃除お掃除。
They were referring to us as, like, rats that will be, you know, like, that will be destroyed, you know? Ooh. No, we're like rats that must be dealt with. Nah, it's supposed to be, like, isolated, lonely.
右しぶといネズミだ。これならどうだこれならどうだ。 逃げ場ないぞ。エーテルを打ち負けろ。
Oh. Oh, okay, so it's just one of these. Oh, this has way less HP than I thought it would. I'm assuming that we're just going to... Okay, so we are going to have to fight all of them afterwards, so... Man, these things are not doing anywhere near as much damage as I thought they would. I popped cooldowns for nothing, man.
お前たち終わったぞ。
This is the end for you. Ooh, wait a second. Oh, it's like that one's going to expand or something? Okay, yeah. Crimple enough.
申し訳ございません。
That should probably be like, I failed. I don't care about any of this stuff, man. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Okay, so hold up. This is what they mean by, like, isolated, lonely. You might... Solemn. Solemn is what you should go with. Like... The Solemn Castle. That was the word I was looking for. And, like, you can hear the music, too. Right? The music is in line with the idea of something being solemn, dreary, sad. Right? Solemn. S-O-L-E-M-N. That's probably what I would go for, actually. Well, it means, like, you know, dreary... You know, quiet, isolated. In that context. I think it works. I might be, you know, I might be trying to do a bit too much there, but I don't know. Feels about right. Give me a... I'll need to, like, look it up in a second to see if I'm just being stupid.
ここまで来るとは、ならば、わらわが直接食ろうてやる。
Okay, apparently this thing's gonna, like,
拝ませてやろう。
devour us or something.
見られし者の魂をいただく。
Ooh, okay. That was like Evil Eye. Oh. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, so it's like in order. Okay. It's just another way of doing those things like in order. Okay. Easy enough. Yeah, he's fine. I didn't even need to use that shit. There was really no need. Oh wow, that did 0 damage. I really thought it would do more. I mean, we are like maxed out eye level, but still. I mean, that kind of seems like Beatrice to me, at least. Oh, shit.
わらわの魔眼が効かぬだとお前たちは一体上へ逃れるしかない誰かこやつらを食らう者はおらぬか
Okay. Is there anyone who can, what, like, devour them? Oh shit, you can sit on the throne. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, man, that's enough horror farming. Let's go. I do appreciate that they give you that opportunity, though. That is fun. I mean, there's a lot of adjectives you could potentially use for this thing, but it's like... You might go with, like, desolate, you might go with... dreary, but dreary is a little bit too... silly sounding, honestly, to me at least. Dread? Nah. I really don't like Dread. Because, I mean, just look at the place.
もう逃げ場がわらわはこんなところで食われとうない
Desolate.
また門が開かれたかと思って来てみればうまそうなエーテルが揃っておるな
Oh, what, like, there's such delicious ether. Okay. The fuck is that thing? Okay, Stenno. Okay, yeah. Stenno. Yeah, okay. We're going, this is full Final Fantasy IV. This is very classic. I don't actually know what that means. These attack names are a mystery.
ガスを吸って生きる屍になるがいい。
Oh shit, I didn't even see those ones under me. In between all of the overlapping bullshit. Okay. Oh shit! Oh, that was a knockback. Okay. I didn't even see these walls. Alright, alright. I understand. I see now.
我が権威の餌食となれ。
Oh, that's what that means. I think that these might be name ones and I'm not looking at them.
私の可愛いしもべたちよ。
Okay, yeah, some sort of summoning. Alright. I mean, I'm just gonna spend these. Get my buff.
耐えたというのか。
耐えたというのか。
だがここで終わる私ではない。
Yeah, it's like, okay, I will not fall here. Fall here.
おのれ、この私が貴様らごときに。
Okay, it's like I will not be done in by the likes of you. Okay, this is the knockback one, right? Yes. Alright, there we go. I mean, yeah, he is saying his like form is breaking down. That's a bit of a weird thing to just immediately say, but alright. Final Fantasy. Very classic. Very Final Fantasy. The debuff from the AoE? Ah, shit. I mean, I don't know what it actually would be. I'll need to... Hang on. I might be able to go back and check? No, I can't. I have no idea what it would be. Thank you all for the assistance. I mean, I might have moused over it at some point. Hold on. Here, I can look that up real quick. I can look that up. By just looking up the dungeon guide, right? Like, if I just look up a boss guide, it'll show up. One moment, please. I mean, it just says, like, I think it just says poison. I think it was just some sort of poison. I don't know. I'll have to, like, go back and look over that one. I would have to imagine that brain rot is not accurate. But I cannot say for sure. Oh, shit. I literally frame one skipped his fucking line. Frame perfect skip. 1 frame link. Holy. Okay. It's like, yeah, this aberrant referred to itself as like Scoruminio. Milione. Scomilione. Seemed to like have sensed that we opened the gate. Okay. It also said like the gate has been opened once more. Okay, so then, like, the gate connecting these two worlds, like, we're keeping an eye on it from here as well. Perhaps?
おそらくそうだろうな。それにしても同じ用意でありながらこの城の主を容赦なく食らうとは。
Okay. Most likely so. But even so, to... Like, despite, like, being fellow aberrants, it, like, devoured the like, ruler of this castle mercilessly.
"人が国を起こすように、用意もまた複数の集団に分かれ、縄張り争いを演じているのかもしれない。"
Yeah, just as humans construct nations, these aberrants may also, you know, divide themselves into groups and... well, like, war over territory.
さて、残った用意たちはどう動く?
All I'm gonna say is... Ah... That might be it. It's like, you know, Curse of Rot, then, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily completely accurate. But whatever. Yeah, so, the question is, what will the, you know, the other aberrants do? Ooh. Oh, shit. Hey, what's up, man?
見ての通り、お前たちの主は倒れ、そのエーテルを食らった者もまた俺たちに撃たれた。それでもまだやるか?
Damn, he's so fucking cool. Yeah, look, your master has fallen. The one who consumed, like, who devoured their ether. We have also defeated. Would you still fight? That's less, it's less ostentatious than that. It's like, それでもまだやるか? That should be like, what, you're still gonna try and fight us? Maybe they, yeah, can't understand our language. It's, you know, it's possible, maybe, that there's, you know, differing intelligence between these aberrants.
獣と同じなら話は早い。強きに屈する連中なら力を示し続けるだけでいいからな。
I mean, if they're like, you know, if they're like animals, then that makes this easy. you know, if they, like, yield to like, strength, and all we need to do is show them that we're stronger than them.
この世界を旅するにあたっては、用意の修正についても理解を深めていく必要がありそうだ。
Wow, you don't say. This is very much a line directed at the player again. It's like, for us to travel through this world, it seems as though we'll need to attain a deeper understanding of the, you know, the characteristics, or like the nature of these aberrants. Okay, your options here are saying, like, let's proceed with caution, or I mean, 出たこと勝負で。出たこと勝負で is basically like... Let me think for a second, because this is a very fun line, and it's the one I want to pick. It's like... I mean, it's pretty much just like, let's go all out and see what happens. I mean, I'm just gonna go, like, let's go all out and see what happens. Let's chance it.
そういうものなのか。ならば、
Oh no!
に頼らせてもらうとしよう。
Oh no, he took it seriously. Oh no, he took it seriously. It's like, oh, really? In that case, I'll, like, defer to your, you know, your intuition as an adventurer. We're actually going along with this? Nobody is gonna tell me I'm being dumb for that?
随分と時間がかかってしまったが、迎えに来たぞ、姉さん。
Honestly, it's like, this should be like, it's... What he says is, it's been you know, it's been too long. In English, you might say, like, I'm sorry it took so long. You know, but I'm here to find you. Azudaya. Whoa. Memoria. That's like, you know, forbidden memory. Yeah. What was that? Was that the actual name of the quest that they gave? If so, or of the patch? If so, not too bad. Whoa.
集まってきた連中も様子見に徹するためか、どこ
ひとまずこの城は探索の拠点として使えそうね。
Okay, we can use this castle as like a staging point for
私たちの常識
exploration.
が通用しないこともあるようだし、アジュダヤを探しに行く前にこの世界に関して情報を集めておくとしましょうか。
Or are they called the Four Fiends? Like, I understand Shitenno is like a bit difficult. Hold on. How would you do that? Yeah, that's like a 90s, that's like a 90s TL thing. Hold on, let me pull that up. Yeah, like, so Shitenno is like, you know, it's literally like for Heavenly King, which is like a, shit. Which thing is that a reference to? I don't actually know that much. Oh yeah, it is a Buddhist concept, like the Deva. Yeah. So it's a reference that it's like, it's the rough equivalent of Final Fantasy using the phrase Tenno is the rough equivalent to like a Western fantasy thing referring to characters as like the four archangels or something along those lines, right? But Fiend completely gets rid of that. Like, there's the whole Ten kanji there. You kind of want to keep that one. I mean, honestly, you might just say Heavenly Kings. Yeah, Fiend is definitely a westernization. Honestly, you should probably just go with Heavenly Kings. The four Heavenly Kings. I mean, that's a sick-ass name. It's used in a lot of things. It's a very pervasive concept. Very classic Japanese fantasy trope as well. You need, like, if you're, you know, the Demon Lord, you gotta have your four generals, you know, your four great generals. It's in everything. Including, like, there's all of the tropes of, like, he was the weakest of we, the four Heavenly Kings. You know? Ha ha ha, right? Like, it's that sort of shit. Okay, back to the game. It's like, it seems as though, like, our common sense, you know, what we view as common sense may not apply here. Before we go off searching for Azudaya, we need to... Azudaya. We need to, like, gather some information about this world. No, yeah, it is in everything, yes. It's roughly as... So, it is roughly as pervasive of a fantasy trope in Japanese as, like, I don't know, having, like, colored dragons is in English. Like, oh, he's a red dragon, right? Ooh, like, that was only a black dragon or a blue dragon. This is a red dragon, you know? Or, like, the idea of, like, a dragon having a hoard of treasure, shit like that. Okay, you can go do the dungeon. So shut the fuck up. Fuck you. No, that is not what I meant. Zanshi. It's like the vestiges or the, like, remnants of darkness. You might go with, like, what remains of darkness. Okay, don't see any abnormalities, any changes in the soul ward, the improved soul ward scales. We should be safe to continue our exploration. But I say that, but where do we even start? If Azudaya was anywhere nearby, I would be able to sense her presence, but unfortunately I don't sense her anywhere around here.
遠くにいても探しに来たと伝えられるだろう。
And why not? How about trying out, unleashing a roar? That way, even if she was far away, she would be able to know that we're looking for her.
本体であれば可能だろうが、この体では世界の隅々にまで届くような方向を発することはできない。
Okay, that could be possible, if I were in my true body, but, in this form, I can't possibly, unleash a roar that could reach, all corners of this
仮に
world.
できたとしても、竜の方向は魔力を込めたもの、エーテルを求める妖異たちを引き寄せてしまうことだろう。
Okay, and even if that were possible, a dragon's roar would be, imbued with strong magical power. It would attract, aberrants, that crave ether.
難儀だな。
And it's I mean, in this case, you would maybe even go with, between a rock and a hard place. Or just, either we're between a rock and a hard place, or just, this is gonna be hard then.
無理に危険を冒す必要はないわ。この城が浮島のような孤立した場所にある以上、探索範囲を広げること自体が難しいもの。
Yeah, okay, so this is why they're talking about that. Okay, there's no need to take unnecessary risks. This place, this castle is, isolated. Like a floating island, right? Ukishima. Fuck, Ukishima is actually difficult. Ukishima is actually difficult. You can't just... Saying floating island is a little bit weird. I mean, you would just say, it's an isolated island, right? It's going to be difficult to, expand our search radius. Yeah, but it's not just specifically referring to it being a quote-unquote floating island. Ukishima is it's a thing, right? Rather than just being a description, there's a bit of an evocative imagery there of, a lone iceberg floating at sea, right? With nothing around, nothing anchoring it, just drifting alone. It's that sort of imagery, right? Hence, again, it not being the Fell Court, but it should be something that evokes a sort of calm, quiet sadness.
まずは城内に残っている妖異から情報を集めましょう。彼らがどんな風に暮らしているのかを知れば見えてくることもあるはずよ。
Okay, let's gather information, get what information we can from the aberrants in the castle, understanding their way of life, how they live. Might prove, or might give us some I mean, it just might prove useful.
なら、妖異相手に言葉が通じるかどうか試してみるとするか。
Alright, I mean, guess it's time to see if we can actually talk with these aberrants. Or it's see if we can find one we can talk to, rather. I mean, actually, no, it was kind of both. Okay, stay vigilant, don't let your guard down. After we've finished asking around, we'll meet back up. Oh, okay. Okay, it just keeps, glaring at me. Won't say anything. Hey, what's up, little buddy?
ぐるるる
Hey, man, what's up?
ブーガルルルこちらを睨み獣のようなうなり声を上げている。どうやら対
Yeah, it's not intelligent enough to hold a conversation.
用意の方も対話に応じる意思はあるようだ。しかし
Okay, yeah, it's like they're willing to talk to us, but we can't really.
お前のエーテルとてもうまそう。俺に食わせろ。
Okay. It's like your ether, so delicious. Let me eat it. No.
グギギダメか。お前さっき強かった。逆らったら俺が食われる。
No. You were so strong. If I go against you, I will be
俺
devoured.
我慢する。他のやつ食えるかな。ギリギリ。
I'll, hold back. Devour another. Oh, it's like, can I, devour another? Ha 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 ha.
どうやら
Okay.
エーテルを食らうことしか考えていないらしい。
Okay, all it can think about is, devouring ether. Gonna be hard to have, meaningful conversation.
ノルブラント標準語と同様に、こちらの世界の言葉もどこかエオルゼアの言語と似ている部分があるようね。古代世界の言語を共通の祖としているということかしら。
Okay, similar to the standard language, common language of Northront. The language here has some similarities to the language of Eorzea. Okay, so then could this share a common ancestor in the language of the ancients? Dude, look at this guy go! He's getting it! Look at him move! It says it's entranced.
城主様の瞳とても綺麗。見つめられる。気持ちいい。
Huh. Okay, it's like the Lord's eyes are so, beautiful. But being, stared at, glared at by them. So wonderful.
でも食われた。あの瞳もう見られない。
Okay, but yeah, she was devoured. I'll never see
城
those
主様
eyes
いな
again.
い。命令もない。私、どうしたら。
It's like, okay, there is no, the Lord is gone, we have no orders. What should I do?
再び声をかけてみたが、こちらに気づく気配。
Okay, just keeps mumbling to itself.
俺、お前に、銃。だから、俺を食うな。
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I will follow you. This is I'll obey you. Please don't eat me.
竜を探してる？それはなんだ？うまいのか？俺、難しいことはわからない。
Yeah, you're looking for a dragon. Okay. Fuck, all I can think of is this is a classic Japanese internet meme of それって何？うまいのか？食べ物か？ Okay, what's that? Can you eat it? You're looking for a dragon? What's that? Are they... are they delicious? Or what is that, tasty? Some sort of food? It's I don't understand, complicated things.
そうだ。少し前に捕まえたやつも難しいこと言っていた。賢さ持つやつ、たまにいる。
Huh. Okay, yeah, there was... It's that guy we caught a while back, saying some complicated stuff too. There's sometimes some smart ones around.
そいつ、 第4監獄棟にいる。でも、賢いやつは、うまいから、もう食われてるかもな。
And he's in the fourth, like, what, like prison wing, I guess? But, you know, smart ones are tasty. So he's probably already been eaten.
この用意から、これ以上有益な情報を引き出すのは、難しそうだ。第4
Okay, can't get any more useful information out of him. Fourth prison wing. Might be able to meet a smart, clever, aberrant. Well, yeah, the katakana there is indicating both like a sort of alienness and also a bit of a lack of comprehension. I get the vibe they're throwing down. You know, like the way that they talk is like kind of stilted and awkward and weird.
こちらは、収穫なしだ。彼らには争う意思こそないようだったが、対話と呼べるほどのものにはならなかった。
Yeah, I wasn't able to get anything useful. You know, they didn't have any intention of to fight us, but I can't exactly say that. Yeah, it's like interacting with them didn't lead to anything that you could consider, you know, dialogue.
こちらもよ。定位の用意ほど知性が低い傾向があるのかもしれないわね。
And that was the same for me. It seems like the lower ranking aberrants tend to have, you know, lower intelligence as well.
スカルミリオネとかいう大物を倒してしまったのは、いささか早計に過ぎたか。
Huh. This is a bit of a weird way to say that, but... Okay, it's like... okay, I get what he means. It's like taking out a you know, a big shot like that, Scalder... Medione... You know, it was a bit hasty. Like, we should have kept it
あ
alive.
なたは何か情報を得られて
You able to find anything out useful? Yeah. I mean, he's probably dead, though.
第4監獄棟と呼ばれる場所により賢い用意が収監されているかもしれないと。
There might be more intelligent, aberrant imprisoned in you know, the fourth prison wing.
監獄というと、俺たちがボイドゲートを抜けて最初に着いた区画がそれらしい雰囲気だったな。
Huh. Oh, yeah, I mean, if you're talking about a prison, you know, the first place we found ourselves in after we went through the Void Gate, you know, that was, like, it had that sort of vibe to it.
ええ、戻ってあの辺りを探索してみましょ
Let's go back there and explore a bit more
う。その
thoroughly.
美味しい用意を主を失った城の用意たちが欲望に任せて食らってしまう前にね。
Okay, yeah, before the, like, you know, masterless aberrants, you know, devour that delicious, yeah, aberrant in their greed. Okay. The yoi is being said so many times. It's being said so many
第4
times.
監獄棟へ。
Let's go as fast as we can. Okay. Yeah, the problem with calling them Void Sent is that now we're actually in the Void. Not being sent from it. It's kind of a dumb name for him, honestly. Yoi makes way more sense, even if it is awkward to, actually, like, describe or give, like, a single, word name to. But it really does just mean, like, supernatural entity or paranormal. Right.
エーテルもらえなくなる。とても混む。
You
新
wouldn't
し
go
い
with cryptid.
友を探してお使
Yeah,
い
notice
し
the
なくて
statues.
は。
Ooh. Oh yeah, you've got like the robed ones, they're coming in to... Naruhodo. I do really like the environment around here. Oh, hey, what's up? What's up, buddy? You don't want to talk? Alright. Nah, we're chill, though. Oh, yeah, this is my dog, Luna. She doesn't bite. Every fucking time. Let me get a little flower crown for her.
捕らえた獲物、監獄に入れられる。そこでじっくり終わらせてからへ。
Okay, yeah, captured. Like, prey are thrown into prison, weakened, and then, you know, devoured. Their ether is devoured. But that was our, like, Lord's Prince way of doing things.
バウ、ぐるぐる。
Bark. What an adorable puppy. They're really having me run... Why haven't we done this in, like, any of the other dungeon sections? Hey, what's up, man? You doing okay?
ココハ、第四監獄島。一つしかないが、第四だ。命令なければ、
Wait a
働かな
second.
い。ネズミがいても気にしない。
Wait a
ココハ
second.
第四監獄島。一つしかないが、第四だ。
Wait a second, wait a second. That's amazing. Yeah, this is the fourth prison wing. There's only one of them, but it's the fourth.
命令なければ働かない。ネズミがいても気にしない。
Yeah, without orders. Yeah, without orders, I won't work. No, even if there's rats, I don't care. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. So there's only one prison wing, but they just call it the fourth prison wing. Okay.
この
I
監
think
獄に
these guys
許可な
might
く
be
出入りする
stupid.
者は許さない。見逃してやるから、早く行け。
Okay, no one is allowed to enter or leave the prison without permission. You know, I'll let it slide this time, so, but, you know, hurry it up.
その奥に城主様の餌捕らえてある。だが城主様もういない。だから俺たち好きに食える。
Okay, yeah. Yeah, down there, like, the prey of the Lord has been captured. Or it's like, yeah, the captured prey of the Lord lies. But the Lord is gone, so we can eat whatever we want.
脅威。さっき檻を開けて中に入っていった看守。賢いやつを食おうとして
But,
逆
you know,
に
the
やられ
smart
てな
one,
ければいい
the
か
clever one is strong. Yeah, I hope the guard who opened that you know, gate, or the cell and went inside doesn't get eaten by the... You know, by the clever one, the smart one. Or killed.
扉が開いているわ。
Okay, doors open. Wouldn't it be lady? Eh. You can say lord or lady, it's fine. It's not technically... I think you can say either. I think saying... Having, like, the constantly saying lady or queen... isn't necessarily necessary. You can use them as non-gendered. You are. Oh, so it is him. So it is him. Yeah, my friend. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, wait, no! It's the... Okay, I didn't realize. It was the like, Reaper thing that he contracted with. Okay. Oh, so that's the bit. That's the bit they're going for. I did not remember this, because I wasn't paying attention to what this thing looked like. Yeah, it's the aberrant that... like, Xenos had... what, like, dominated. I thought you would have disappeared alongside Xenos.
Xenos. 彼とは君自身の手で決着をつけたと聞いているが。
Wait, Xenos? Thought you... It's like, dealt with him. Or it's like, put an end to things with him personally.
この用意を包む満たされぬ上のように底のない闇。確かにガレマルドで相対したゼノスから感じたものよ。
Okay, it's like this, what, like... bottomless... darkness... insatiable... hunger... like, surrounding this aberrant. It's the exact same feeling I got from... Xenos when we faced him in Garlemald.
一時的に召喚して刺激するだけの用意なら契約者が死ねば原初世界とのつながりは断たれるはず。それでボイドに戻ってきたのでしょうね。
Okay. Okay, so if it's an aberrant, like summoned and like contracted temporarily, the connection to that should have been to like the original world must have been like severed on the, which like ought to be severed upon the contractor's death. That's why it returned to the void, I suppose. Xenos. So, okay, the tomo here is technically somewhat vague. The thing itself might be referring to you as its friend, or it might be saying you're like Xenos' friend. But it's talking in like this, very stilted, confused sort of way. It's like, yes. That's right. You're a friend, right? You might say his, but... It should be, like, very stilted. This thing is confused. Crystal. Heidel's crystal is... I mean, it's, like, reacting, right? Oh. Oh? Oh, what, is it, like, breaking the contract or something? Oh. Yeah, it's like, that's what I see. That light. Oh, that, like, what changed me back? That 戻った is a pain in the ass, yeah.
君は一体
That 戻った is a pain in the ass, because it's, like, it's more vague in the Japanese. You could say, like, yeah, it's... You could just go with, like, I'm back. And it's like, back? What do you mean, back? Yeah, it seems like you have, something to do with Xenos, but, what are you?
私はそうあの男ゼノスにアバターとして刺激されていた
Shieki is another pain in the ass. God damn it. Okay, Shieki means, like, could mean used, could mean employed, it could mean, like, enslaved, right? Hang on. I mean, you would probably say, like, employed, right? It's like I was employed or used as, an avatar, by that man, Xenos.
奴がお前に敗れるまではな
Up until... Or it's like at least until, you defeated him.
あなたにとっては説明されるまでもないことでしょうけれど
Oh yeah, I've got Reaper leveled, so it's like I'm sure you probably don't need me to explain this, but
ゼノスがあなたと戦うために身につけた力はガレアンの古い一族が伝えていた暗殺術の一つよ
okay. Okay, the like power that Xenos acquired to like for his fight against you is like one of the assassination techniques, means of assassination passed down by the ancient Garleans.
曰くクリスタルを触媒に異界ボイドと交信自らの半身足り得る用意アバターを探し出し力を貸すよう契約を交わすと
Okay, it's like that Iwaku is like either according to legend or like it said that like by using crystals, they use crystals as a catalyst, or like by using a crystal as a catalyst, one can communicate with the, otherworldly void. Like there, one finds a like aberrant avatar, to become their what, like, other half? One enters into a contract to borrow their power.
契約だって奴が仕掛けてきたのはそんな対等なものじゃなかった無理やりにでも力を引き出そうとする呪いだ
Yeah, a contract? Yeah, no, what he did wasn't... Yeah, like, it's like what he imposed. It's like set up, maybe. It wasn't any sort of, like, equal agreement, equal contract. Yeah, it was a curse. Forcibly drawing my strength away. Or like forcibly draining my strength. Forcibly extracting power.
命を削り合う力を具象化した存在にな
Okay, because of that, my very, self, my very being was transformed. I became the embodiment. Wait, what? Okay, that's a bit of an incredibly long run-on thing. 命を削り合う力? Fuck, that's annoying. That's so annoying. What do you do that? What do you do with that? I'm trying to think. Give me a second. It's like I became the embodiment of the power that he desired to, like... But, like, to whittle away the like, life of others, I guess.
それが先ほどまでの姿というわけか。しかし、なぜ人の姿に?
Okay, so, you know, that's why you looked like that until just now, but, you know, what's with the human form? I mean, you're one to talk, dude.
お前たちにとって見た目はそんなに重要なことなのか？そこにこだわる理由が理解できない。
Does appearance really matter that much to you? I don't get why you're so obsessed with it.
見た目より中身が重要ということなら、俺も同感だ。
Yeah, if you mean that, like, yeah, one's character or, like, what's on the inside is more important than appearance, then I agree.
お前が人の姿をしていようが、ここの住人であるならば容易だとしか思えん。つまり、俺たちの脅威になり得るということ。
Yeah, so whether or not you take on a human form or not, if you live here, then all I can see you as is another aberrant. You know, in other words, you might be a threat.
率直に問う。お前は俺たちの敵か味方か
Yeah. So then, yeah, let me ask you let me ask you straight up. Are you our enemy or an ally?
この世界に自分より強いやつを食おうとする者はいない。
Okay, yeah, in this world there are, like, there are none who seek, who, like, who attempt to devour, you know, those stronger than themselves.
刺激されていた時のこととはいえ、一度負けた相手に挑むなんて愚か者のすることだ。
Like, even if it was, like, under command, you know, attempting to like, challenge a foe I've already lost to once would just be foolish.
そうか。ならいい。
Alright. It's fine then. Hey. Yo, what's up?
私からも確認しておきたいことがある。
There's something I'd like to, you know about you as well.
お前は友だろう。ゼノスがそう呼んでいたのを聞いた。
Okay. Again, this is still very difficult. It's like, okay. I think you would say, like, a friend, right? Like, you're a friend, right? Xenos called you that. Like, I heard Xenos call you that. God. Your options here are saying full character name, which I'm regretting more and more, even though it is very funny. You can just say, I'm character name. I'm not Xenos' friend. I ain't your friend. YouTube's doing the viewbots again? That's very annoying. That is very annoying. I mean, it might be. If it, like, randomly spiked. But, I mean, if it's just been like, oh no, yeah, that's a spike. I don't know what's going on with that. It's very annoying. Hello, potential random view bots. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that. I don't have like a YouTube rep I can reach out to or anything, but it is disconcerting. I mean, you could just say your name. I'm just the name thing here is the only.
何？お前は友じゃないのか？
And what? You're not. Like, okay, so this is. I think what they're going with is like this person thinks that that was like your name. Maybe. It's like, what? You're not a friend.
そうか。
Huh.
なら、友とは何なんだ？
Yeah, okay, there we go. That's like, that's what they're going with. Like, what is, you know, that friend? You know, what is a friend? It's like they're confused about the concept of the word. Honestly, okay, in that case, what you might do here, knowing that that's the bit, you might go with an explicitly non-grammatical usage of the word, right? You might have them say, like, your friend, aren't you? Yeah, Xenos called you that, friend, right? You know, instead of saying a friend, the friend, you would just drop anything before that and have them refer to you as friend, as though that's like a name, effectively. Because they don't say, like, you know, I don't think they ever say, like, Xenos no tomodachi, or like Xenos no tomo. Rather, they say, like, Xenos called you friend. So that's probably what you would do, I think. You would explicitly go with the non-grammatical usage of the word friend. Right? Like Xenos called you friend. Are you friend? You know? Interesting. Interesting. If this character itself is like a Final Fantasy IV reference, I will not know it. I'm sorry, did that guy just come up here to say and then leave? That's also probably, is that a Final Fantasy IV reference?
檻を開けて賢いやつを食おうとした看守、やっぱり返り討ちにあったようだ。
They're all very matter of fact about it. It's like, looks like they got him.
刺激されている間は意識がおぼろげだった。ただ、ゼノスが妙に執着していたとのその言葉だけは印象に残っている。
Yeah, okay. So that's what. Okay, okay. So that is the bit that they're going for here. I'm not gonna relapse and check the English, but I think you have to go with a non-grammatical usage of the word friend. There, right? Because this character doesn't know what the word really means. Is the concept here. They're not using the word naturally, right? Like, that was the thing that felt weird about it, is that they were using the word ambiguously and somewhat unnaturally in the Japanese, making it difficult to translate. But I think then, now that I know that that's what they're going for, you would need to have the character use the word unnaturally and ambiguously in the English. And that is actually quite important. I'm going to assume that they're going to be like, they used, like, the friend, a friend, Xenos' friend, instead of maintaining this meaning. It's like, while I was, like, under command, you know, my awareness, consciousness was dim. Yeah, like only that word, friend, that Xenos was so obsessed with, remains like imprinted in my memory.
正確な定義はわからない。それでもお前を
Yes! 正確な定義!
重要な存在だというのは私にも伝わっていた。
Vindication! Vindication. I was about to say, like, remember how I said, like, it seems like they don't know what the definition of the word is? And then here they go, like, I don't know the definition of the word. Like, I don't really know the definition of the word. But even so, it was clear to me that it meant that you were a very important person, like, to him. It's like, this imaimashi koto ni wa. What is that, like, much to my dismay, or, like, maybe annoyingly so? I want to relapse and check this. Because, okay, so you do have to have them use the word friend agrammatically. The voices. The voices.
彼女が収監されていたことから察するに、ここは上主に私たちがこのタイミングで訪れていなかったら、
上司以外のことが起きるのは覚悟していたけれど、この出会いはさすがに予想していなかったわ。
It's okay, I was, ready for, something out of the, for unusual things to happen, but, this is a bit beyond that.
彼女、他の用意とは様子が違っているようね。光のクリスタルによって過剰な闇が打ち消され、本来の肉体に戻ったということなのかしら。
Yeah, she seems different from the other aberrants. It's like what, that, like, excess darkness was canceled out by the, or like neutralized by the crystal of light. She returned to her original form.
でも、その身は未だ濃い闇を宿しているように見える。ひとまずは、一人の用意として接して、話を聞かせてもらうとしましょう。
Okay, yeah, she seems to still have, like, house a, like, deep darkness within her. Profound darkness, deep dark fantasy. Boss of this gym, etc. Okay, for now, let's just treat her as another aberrant and hear out what she has to say. Quest complete. Yeah, that is like lost power, or like strength lost. Power lost. Boy next door. Question. How long is this upcoming quest? Because I am sort of beginning to fade. And this seems like a better place to kind of like end it for right now, rather than like in the middle of a whole big ass thing. If I'm gonna do that, actually, I am going to relapse and just check something real quick. I'm just gonna check the. I'm just gonna check a little English. Just gonna check a little English. Oh ho ho. They don't really do it. They do kind of what I thought they would do, which is say a friend, the friend. The problem is that, yeah, it's like when I served Xenos, my mouth was shrouded in haze, but one thing was always clear, his obsession with the friend. What the word means, I do not know exactly. They wouldn't even know to conjugate it that way, though. If they didn't know the word at all, they wouldn't say the. Necessarily. That's a bit of a nitpick, but whatever. I do still think it would be better to have the character refer to it, to use the word entirely agrammatically. But also, considering that, like, there's just a random-ass viewbot thing showing up, it's probably better to call it here. Before any other weird shit happens. And yeah, I just looked, like, at the next quest, and there's like 6 fucking cutscenes in it or something. Holy shit, it's huge. Like, it's absolutely massive, apparently. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it there for right now. You know, apologies for a slightly shorter stream. It's not like that much shorter. I think it's more important to have just like a good, clean ending point. Because I think there's just no chance in hell that I would finish this quest. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me for right now. We might? Nah, Michael's starting his new job. We're not going to be able to do Metaphor on a weekday. But yeah, hopefully, you know, next time maybe I'll go a little bit longer on Wednesday to make up for it a bit. But yeah, this is cool. I like this, the direction that they're going with this. And I'm very much taking what they, had Valjean say directly to the player to heart. Of just being like, you know, just have a little fun with it. You know, go off into the void and have some fun. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Peace. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.